What's going on, guys? So today I've got a super exciting video for you guys, and I'm really excited to do it because this is a video that's really interesting to me, and I enjoy putting the math behind some of the strategies of debt payoff that different people are going to choose whenever they start their debt payoff journey. There are really three main strategies that people can use in order to pay off their debt. The two most common, though, are one, the Debt Snowball, which of course was popularized by Dave Ramsey, and then there's the Debt Avalanche, which basically means that you are going to pay off your highest interest rate all the way down to the lowest interest rate. That way you are going to save the most money in the long run. But then there is a third type, one that a lot of people have never heard of, and it's something that's not really mainstream like the Avalanche or the Snowball. It's not just an easy way to set it up like lowest amount to highest amount or highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. It's kind of a combination of the two, and it really fuses the two ideas together to give you kind of a balancing act between the two. So what I'm going to show you guys today is how each of these plans will affect how long it takes you to pay off your debt, the differences in the mindset that it's going to take to pay off these debts, and we're going to put those three strategies onto our personal debt so that I can show you how the numbers are affected and the reason why we chose the strategy that we chose over the other two. And hopefully that'll give you the most insight into what you can do for your own strategy that is going to get you started and excited about paying off your debt. So before we get started, if you have not checked out my previous video talking about the 3 steps that you need to take before you start your debt payoff journey, I will put a card at the top of the screen as well as a link in the description so you can check that out first. But that is a video I highly recommend because it will get you set up before you even start thinking about strategy. It'll show you all the steps that you need to take in order to set yourself up for success before you watch this video and go through all the numbers. So with that, let's get started crunching some numbers. So as you can see right now, I've got the Debt Payoff Planner app pulled up on my computer, and you can see all my debts listed right here on the side. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and rearrange them in the order for the Debt Snowball. So the Debt Snowball is going to be smallest to largest. Regardless of interest rate or minimum payment, we are just going to go smallest balance to largest balance. This is the way that Dave Ramsey tells you to pay off all of your debt. And I'm going to scroll up here and show you exactly how long it's going to take us to pay it off, how much interest we're going to be paying over that time. Our current balance is right at $228,000. Our minimum monthly payment is $1,796.87. And if you'll look a couple rows down, it's going to show the day that you are going to be debt free. So from right now, it's saying it's going to take 13 years and 4 months, which is going to put us at June 2033. So if you look, the total of payments is $286,159, and that is the total that you will pay with interest on all of your debt. So the Debt Snowball is going to force you to pay $58,150.92 in interest over the 13 years and 4 months. This is a number that seems really crazy. You know, $58,000 is a ton of money when you think about how much money you're going to be spending. And if you didn't have that debt, you could be making $58,000 if you were investing the same amount of money that you were putting towards your debt. And realistically, you would be even making more money than that because most of my interest rates are below 4%. Dave loves this setup because it is the best way to set your debt up in order to get the quickest victories. So if you're a person that likes to set goals and have a bunch of little goals in between your main large goal, this is definitely the plan for you. Because you can see the $1,800 Discover balance is going to be gone quick, especially if we put all the extra money that we have onto that debt. We could have it paid off in a month, which makes you feel really good because then you're on to the second one. And if you look at this balance, when you've got $12,000 and now you're snowballing the $50 from the first debt into the second debt, you're paying $300 a month. You're going to be able to see Megan's Discover card chunk away faster and faster and faster. And then eventually you're going to pay that off really quick. And then you're going to roll that into the first student loan. This setup, it does take you a little bit longer to pay off all your debt. But through the process, you're going to be paying off smaller debts quicker and quicker. It's not going to seem like it took forever to pay off your first debt. It's going to feel really good because you're going to knock 1, 2, and 3 out really quick. And then, of course, once you get into the larger debts, it is going to take a little bit longer. But each victory is going to feel better and better and better because you're going to hit those goals quicker. So the second most common strategy is going to be the Debt Avalanche. And this is a strategy that Dave does not recommend because his mentality is if it was a math problem, you wouldn't be in debt in the first place. So why does it matter if you are focused on the math of paying off your debt whenever you're in debt, wasting money regardless? So the way you set your avalanche up is you have to look at your interest rate, because no matter what the amount is on the debt, the interest rate is what you look at when you're looking at how much money you're going to be spending on that debt. So what I'm going to do is scroll through here, find the highest interest rates, put those first, and then go down the list all the way to my 0% loans and see how that affects how long it's going to take us to pay off our debt. And now we can see our starting balance is still the same. Monthly payment is still the same. But we are now going to be, okay, so the date didn't change. You probably just saw my face when I looked at the screen because it's the exact same date. You know, I thought I was going to be sitting here showing you guys how many months faster it was going to take to pay off our debt. But realistically, it didn't even change. So the debt-free date is still June of 2033 at 13 years and 4 months. But when we look at the total interest that we paid, that's where the difference is. When we had it set up as Dave Ramsey's Debt Snowball, we paid $58,150 in interest. And set up as the Avalanche, we are paying $58,129. Guys, we only saved $20 in interest over the course of this time. But especially nowadays, you're talking about interest rates not really ever being above 6%. Occasionally, people will have some title loans or something crazy like that, other personal loans that would be closer to 10 or 20%. That's going to make a huge impact on these numbers. But when you're talking debts that are lower than 10%, it's not going to change your payoff date very much. But honestly, that was kind of the point that I wanted to get to. Even though you might pay off your debt 1 to 3, maybe 4 months faster, in the long run, if you're making extra payments on your debt, that's all going to be interest free anyway. So if you look at our debt, the first thing that I would have to pay off is Megan's student loan at $15,000. And when you think about that, paying off $15,000 before you pay off $1,800, it's going to feel like you're kind of in a rut because you're not going to hit any of the small goals trying to get yourself up into the large goal of being debt free. So there you go. I was hoping to show you a difference between the two, but there's really no difference. Again, that is why the Snowball is definitely superior to the Avalanche in terms of mental sanity going through this program, as well as after 13 years, you're definitely not going to notice the $20 extra that you made on your last payment. I mean, let's be honest about that. So now what I'm going to do is put it down here into the Debt Tsunami method. Now, this is a method that a lot of people don't really know about. It's something that's not really common because there's not a person that has really pushed it, and it's not mathematically correct either, so it's not something that people really think about. But it is a really great way to make you feel good about paying off your debt. So the way you set up a tsunami is based on the debt that has the most impact on your heart, basically. What debt weighs on you the heaviest that would make you feel the best by getting it out of your life? A lot of the times these debts are going to include payments to the IRS, loans that you owe friends or family on stuff, because you don't want to have that tension really between the government, but you also don't want to hurt your relationships between your friends and your families because you owe them some kind of money. So a lot of the times these payments are definitely going to be above credit cards. They're going to be above your car because they're just really going to make you feel the best once it's gone and off your shoulders because your relationships are now back together. So you should be current on everything before you really start Dave Ramsey's plan or any kind of debt payoff plan. And you should be on a budget already, so you should know where you are with your debt. So if you try to pay off your parents or a friend or somebody like that, when your credit card is getting farther and farther behind into collections, or you risk losing your car or something else that you have a loan on, just talk to whoever that loan is with and let them know that, hey, I've got something that I have to pay off first so that I can free myself up and then I will pay you. And this is something that really you have to decide for yourself. Is it better to give your friends or family $20 or $50 a month if you're really scraping the barrel? Or is it better to pay off that $200 a month car payment first so that you can give them $200 or $250 after that? The thing with your emotions is it's going to make you feel better to get it off your chest, but at the same time, you have to make sure you're doing it in the right way. So we're going to try to wrap this video up really quick because he is hungry and getting fussy. So what is the best method for you? The method that is best for you is the one that is going to make you feel the best about paying off your debt. Moral of the story is you should not worry about your interest rate when you are talking about the long journey of paying off your debt. What you want to focus on are the debts that are going to make you feel the best about getting rid of them, and in whatever order you feel is the best. Because at the end of the day, after 13 years, the numbers are not going to matter. What is going to matter is, are you putting the best foot forward every single month? Are you putting extra money? Are you putting all your extra money towards your debt? And are you making big leaps and strides to get yourself in the financial situation that you want to be in? But with that, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you some insight as to which plan is going to be the best for you, and the reasons why there's obviously not very much different between all the plans except the way you set them up. And definitely be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more of this content and the future videos that are coming out. But with that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.